Hello, everyone. My name is Molly, and I am your GM today for this episode of Tales of the Valiant into Avernus. And we are here on the Table, a wonderful trans and non-binary, gender fluid, two-spirit, inclusive network focused on representation in gaming and to awesome storytelling. So I'm so excited to be here with y'all tonight. And let me pass the torch around here. Can we start with our favorite stoat being that will be playing with us?
Hi, my name is Trevor, or Trev for short, and I use they them pronouns, and my character is Akra Thistlethorn, a druid beastkin, very much a stoat looking creature, and you can call her Artie. Her friends call her Artie.
Artie,
Hmm. Yep.
I love that for you. Um, our favorite orc.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Harmony. I use any pronouns, but they is always a good default. I will be playing today an orc wizard, Rogan Bronzepike. He uses he/him pronouns, and yeah, that's what I got for now.
All right. And you will see we are not we some of us have transcended physical form. And you'll say, is that in fact Hatsune Miku? And no, it is not. Who is it?
Hi, I'm Viara. Hello. I have hands sometimes. I'm trying to wave, but it's not working. You just have to believe me that my hands exist. I use he, she, or they pronouns, and I will be playing Beldrin, who is a bear type beastkin cleric.
And what are Beldrin's pronouns?
He or they.
Wicked, wicked. All right. And then the person whose character's name starts with an N.
I'm going to guess that's me.
That is you.
Hi, I'm Max Valentine. I use she, her pronouns. My character's name is Nori Swiftcoin Colvane, aka Squeaky Boots. I'm a dwarven rogue who uses he, him pronouns. And Nori is a thief with a heart of gold and looking forward to his time with these other players.
Well, wonderful. We love it. So today we are not just playing regular old D&D. No. We are playing a variation of 5th edition called Tales of the Valiant. And if you check out the All on the Table Instagram, you will see a short video where I describe some of the very basic differences between Tales of the Valiant, which I'm going to call Tova from here on out, and 5e. So everyone here had to choose a lineage, which is like elf, dwarf, orc, beastkin, which people are interpreting very widely in this game, and I love it.
DM,
We have. I'm sorry.
you forgot me.
I've forgotten you. I'm sorry. Our other beast, our halfling friend.
Small folk, but yes. Yeah. My name is Jenny. I use she they, and my character is Jellica Quinn.
All right.
She
Look
is
at
a small folk ranger. That even though rangers technically use longbow, she is only 3 feet tall, so she uses a light crossbow.
Wonderful.
And she uses she they.
Love it. All right.
She goes by Quinn, Quill, or Gel.
Wonderful. And so each one of them also had to choose a lineage. So they chose their lineage, then they chose their heritage. So I think Jellica is a grove. So it's kind of like from a druidic type background. Viara, what is Beladrin's heritage?
Let's see, his heritage is wildlands.
Wildlands. So from the untamed wilds of Faerun here. And let's see, is anybody a non-wildlands, non-grove? Any cloud? Any cosmopolitans? And so cool. So we have a representation from cosmopolitans, real city slickers, and real world travelers. So we really love to see that. And then the final bit is background, which is very similar to fifth edition, except for it actually decides what your first level talents are. So I know a couple of the first level talents that we've taken. I know Rogan has field medic, so that way anytime someone gets hurt in combat, they can. It's very similar to the healer feat in 5e. A lot of what is it called? Combat casting, where it's warcaster for all intents and purposes at level 1, which is wow, wonderful. What a gift. So anyways, and then we also are going to be playing with a mechanic called luck. And so luck is anytime you fail a roll, you're going to get a luck point. So our folks are going to be tracking that at home. So wonderful. I want to thank you all again for watching us here, and let me get stuck in here. I want to welcome you to the city of Elturel. It sits on the scenic river Kianthar that seems to glitter with the light of the second sun that hangs over Eltergard. The second sun that has illuminated the skies of Elturel for a generation. This has been home to our folks here, all of them Hellriders. They have not known darkness outside of their patrols north to the fields of the dead for many of them, their entire time in Eltergard. This beautiful place with the bustling enterprise, trade coming in from the east, from the deserts of Anorak, trade going out towards Baldur's Gate, the oceans, Maztica, and the lands beyond. Many things must pass through Eltergard, and the Hellriders are the force protecting it. As you see, your eyes kind of trail over this gleaming city known for worshiping the gods of heroism and courageous acts, as well as Shantea, the goddess of agriculture and bounty and plentifulness. You will kind of, as our heroes make their way through the city streets of Elturel, walking over one of the two bridges, both of them named after Tyr. Tyr's blade and Tyr's handle, or something along those lines. They make their way down into a small but well-appointed pub, where they find the leaders of three very different factions sitting at a table. You see Untharfrum, the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet. You see he is a older Caucasian man, white beard, wears this dark gray armor with a kind of mother of pearl inlay over the heart that is a white fist. And then across the table from him is a darker skinned man, very short, cropped hair. His name is Duke Alder Ravengard. He is the leader, the High Duke of Baldur's Gate. And next to Unthar sits Gideon Lightward, the priest representing the Hellriders and the folks in the stead of the currently missing Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Eltergard and Elturel. And as you're looking around this dark wooded this dark wood bar, and they're all sitting around this table, and there are people in different suits of armor. There are some that wear there are some in the suit of armor sitting in the corner that have a red gauntlet gripping an arrow. Those of the flaming fist of Baldur's Gate. There are those that wear that same order of the gauntlet armor that Unthar wears, and there are some like you, the Hell Riders, wearing the signature crescent on their armor. And people and servers seem to be moving to and fro. And Duke Alder Ravengard grows fatigued with all this movement, fatigued with the delay. And he turns to the table where you four sit behind your lieutenant, a woman with red hair, bright, fierce green eyes, and an indomitable spirit, Lieutenant Rhea Mantelmorn. And the first thing that Duke Ravengard says as he looks around as he says, "All right, where the hell is Thavius Krieg? I've been here. We've been negotiating for 5 years to get me here to this city, and you're telling me that the High Overseer of Elturel is not here. What is going on?" And Unthar kind of turns and says, "Listen, I Duke, I understand your frustration. Everything has been more difficult since the War of the Dragons. Money is tight everywhere we go. But I think we've found the key, or at least a way to get back some of what the Cult of the Dragon stole from us." And Duke Ravengard will turn and say, "Okay, well, I mean that's good, but I'm so very frustrated that Thavius is not here right now. What is going on? Where is he?" And Unthar says, I have to say, I sincerely don't know. He hasn't been seen in 2 or 3 days." Well, that's very convenient, Unthar. I really appreciate that. And Unthar will say, "Listen, we have intel that to the north of Elturel, there is a ceremony going on. A group of cultists are doing rituals in the Eltergard woods to the north of the city. Maybe this is more of these dragon cultists, and this will connect us back to some of the treasures stolen from our cities during the last war." And Alder Ravenguards will turn to them and say, "Well, that's fine. That's fine. Great. Like you need to find Thavius. That needs to be your first priority. I will send my men out to look for him. If you can handle this Cult of the Dragon, this treasure situation, I'm really." This is unbelievable. I left my city in ruins nearly in ruins for this. And you will see, and Gideon will kind of turn to them and say, "Listen, I will have my men handle this." And he points to you all. "And please, we will look for the High Overseer. We will make sure that your trip is not in vain, and we will handle this. I promise you." And the Unthar and Duke Ravengard will kind of walk off into a back room, and Gideon will turn to Rhea. Again, this human woman, shocking red hair, bright green eyes, with an absolute ferocity in her face. They will turn to Rogan. What does Rogan look like?
Rogan is a orc. Although he's very large because orcs are naturally larger creatures, he's a little bit on the runty side for an orc. So he stands about 6'6", which is tall for a human, short for an orc. he's a little bit sensitive about this because he's also on the scrawny side. And he has dark green skin and a pair of spectacles that he likes to wear. He wears simple clothing, mage's robes, as he's very proud of his status of wizard. It's not often attained amongst his people, but he wears it as a badge of pride.
Awesome. And then Gideon nods at you, and then he looks over at Beldrin, and what does he see?
Beldrin is a basically if a grizzly bear could stand up upright. He's, very broad in chest, brown fur all over, cute bear ears, bear snout, wearing his chainmail armor and the crest of his god around his throat, which is Tempest.
It is Tempest, yes.
Mhm.
All right. Nodding at you, looking over to the more small framed but equally furry Acra.
Yeah, so Akra, you see, she is a humanoid stoat, if you will, like amber orange fur, a white kind of underbelly, um, specks almost like freckles upon her face. You see her adorned in leathers, a leather pauldron on one side, and at her hilt is a blade with a kind of petrified wood hilt. And she has plants, specifically herbs and flowers, adorning her at various pouches, kind of sticking out here and there, kind of scattered. And she sits with a cup of tea at that table, acknowledging the look as it comes to her.
Great. And Gideon will nod. And then his gaze comes over to Nori.
As he gazes upon the glorious visage of Nori, Squeaky Boots, the rogue, he is amazed at his dwarfish beauty, his green eyes glittering with the richness of emeralds and long, luscious brown hair. And you could tell by his fine clothes that he's really a wealthy entrepreneur that has somehow ended up in the Hell Riders. And one can't help but wonder what else this man has in his pockets.
And you see a flit of intrigue go across Gideon's eyes and say, "That's different." And then finally his eyes fall on to Jellica.
Yeah, literally, Jellica is literally sitting in what would be like a fantasy booster seat because she is only 3 feet even, like sun-kissed skin, has the brightest fire red ginger hair that you have ever seen. It almost looks like she's got flames on her head. And she's dressed in basic ranger leathers, so light leather armor. And she has her light crossbow on the table in front of her. She's kind of just like adjusting the strings and making sure the strings aren't frayed, like kind of just doing maintenance on her crossbow.
All right. So he will turn to you all and he'll say, well, let's act on this intel that Anthar has, and he hands over to you all a scrap of the map of Eltergard, and just to the north, going out of the gates to the north, is a wood, the Eltergardian woods, and then it indicates a path that you have to take to get up to this ritual circle that they believe they've identified. So that he'll hand this to Rhea, and Rhea will say, "Oh, thank you very much, sir. We will take this right at hand. Absolutely, no problem." Um, and Gideon will make a brief incantation, and then you feel the effects of a spell fall over you. For the next 24 hours, you have advantage on all saving throws, and you gain 10 temporary hit points. So make sure you mark that down.
Did you say 12 or 24? Sorry. 12 or 24 hours?
24 hours.
24
I was
hours.
like,
Okay,
24
thank you.
temporary hit points. That would be
And
aggressive.
No.
it was 10 temporary hit points and advantage on which checks for the dexterity
All
powers?
saving throws.
All saving throws. Thank you.
Yep. And so they will kind of guide you forward, and this Rhea is a familiar face to nearly all of you. Kind of some of you may have had interactions with her in the past. Some of you are newer to her. So she will kind of walk you all over and get you started. She'll turn to Gideon and get arranged for horses for you all and get you all set up and clomping out to the towards this target that they've identified. Anything you would like to do before you start heading up north?
Beldrin, excuse me, has his own horse, so he's like, I don't need one, thank you. He's sort of stroking the mane of his giant Clydesdale, which it has to be to carry him.
All right, so we all mount up. This giant bear riding a giant Clydesdale starts moving through the city streets, and you make your way.
Jellica has the cutest little like pony.
Wicked. So everyone, as you depart, everyone raises a glass to you and say, blessings of Lathander, and then the people, the folks from the Flaming Fist will say, best to you, and the everyone from your faction, the Hell Riders, will say, and with the strength of Tyr. And everyone kind of drinks to you as you walk out the door and you make your way through the city streets. Altrel is very busy. Like the boats move up and down the river, and so as you come out of this tavern, you see down the slopes is this glittering river, the Kianthar, and you make your way through the city streets, and it's busy and bustling. It is. There are two suns in the sky at this moment for Altrel, and you move past the second sun as you walk up through the central strip of the kind of central park, if you will, of Altrel, and you make your way north. You start winding your way along this quiet road just to the north of Altrel. And you see off in the distance, far to your east, a hand fasting ceremony going on. You see a group of 3 or 4 elves and halflings being hand fast together off in the distance. And what is our passive perceptions?
That is a 15 for Akra.
14.
Cool. All right, so we got that. So you will see, and if you were to lean into the ceremony, you will hear kind of the final vows, and as the officiant finishes up, and they're all dressed in these flowing white robes that seem to sparkle with the light of Tyr and the grace of Lathander. As you make your way further down this road, you hear what sounds like yelling, and so you hear off in a clearing to the west. What would you like to do?
I turn to one of the more physical warriors in the group and I go, we should probably investigate that.
Beldrin
can-
nods like, yeah, definitely. We should go check that out.
I
That sounds upsetting.
concur.
Sounds like a party. We should go.
All right, wicked. So let me get this up real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, all right. Let me get. So we are having some real-time fun here with video stuff because I am newer to live streaming, so we appreciate your patience with me. And then let's get this up. Here it is. Here's the scene. So, why is that not showing? There it is. There it is. Nope. Appreciate your patience, folks. We'll just do that. Cool. And then we'll bring that to the top. All right, cool. So what you see here in this clearing is a pack of about 4 wolves, 3 white wolves, 1 black wolf, and they all seem to be kind of barking, howling, and scratching up this tree. You see kind of off to the side, tucked back in one of these bushes, is a very startled looking donkey. And up the tree, you see a very ferocious looking, very strong looking goblin girl with a bright rainbow scarf around her neck, kind of yelling down at these wolves, saying, "I'll make a fur coat of you yet. You just wait until I get down there." And she's kind of like throwing sticks towards them, trying to get them to go away. This is the situation that you find presenting itself.
Are
What
we
would you like to
supposed to
do?
be seeing that in a foundry?
You should, yes.
I see a black screen.
Oh noes. Oh noes.
I do see it on I have the stream up and I see it on the stream, just not in
Yes.
the foundry.
Let's take a look. Okay, we have tokens.
Right, I can see it on my screen, so I'm not.
Does that work now? Beldrin, do you have visuals now?
Yeah, sorry, I just lost the tab and I was on mute. But I see it now. Thank you.
Cool. So, you see these 4 wolves, 3 of them white, 1 of them dark. This fiery young girl sits atop a tree branch, 12 feet off the ground, and she's yes. And so you see her just kind of saying, "Get out of here! Go, get!" And there's just a donkey quivering in the bushes nearby. What would you like to do?
If I may, I'd like to use my beast affinity skill to communicate simple ideas to beasts and advantage on checks to interact with a non-hostile beast. I assume they're hostile, but probably not toward us yet. So I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, they are bothered by whatever this is,
Okay.
by this goblin girl.
So would that be an animal handling check, or do I just say
Well,
what
what
I'd
would
try
you
to
like to
communicate
do?
them? Just
Yeah.
be like, what are you doing? Go find some other prey. There's no meal for you here.
And they will turn around and look at you, and they'll. So, could you read the ability to me?
What I didn't write all of it down. I have in my notes, beast affinity, communicate simple ideas through gestures and words to beasts, and then I have advantage on checks to interact with non-hostile beasts.
All right. So you kind of say like, leave this place. Make a. You are. they turn around and they look at you and they look hungry.
Oh, no.
What would
Uh,
you? Go ahead.
I want to give assistance in this endeavor.
Okay. How would you like to get them to go away? They're gonna
Me or
need more.
Angelica?
They're gonna need more than an idea. They're wolves.
I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt in front of them, as in like closer to us. So like a warning shot type thing.
All right. With that, we are gonna enter initiative.
I tried.
Crap.
Okay.
All right. So let me get this here. Top combat
Does
state.
does the advantage apply to initiative?
Advantage for what?
From the starting blessing. 'Cause that-
Nope. On saving throws.
Saving throws. Sorry.
All right, Akra. What was your initiative?
Akra's initiative is 17.
Jellica initiative.
I'm trying to roll it.
Just roll dice.
I got a
Ro-
whole 6,
Rogan,
boss.
what was your initiative?
8.
Okay. 6 boss, that was Beldrin.
Yep.
All right. And Nori, what did you
That
get?
is nat 20. Plus 3, so 23.
Okay. And Nori, what do you got?
17.
All right, great. So, you cock your crossbow back, and you see the wolves kind of turn and start to be hostile towards you. Jellica, you get first action. What would you like to do?
One sec, I'm just trying. I want to. Is this the closest wolf right here?
I cannot tell. I am looking at the closest wolf is either the one on the right or the one on the left.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
They're on the map.
I'm confused now. Yeah, I'm on the map. I only see one wolf.
There's
Might
only
need-
one visible wolf.
I see 4. Like sort of surrounding this big tree in the middle.
Yeah.
Say I also see 4.
Might need to zoom out though.
The one on the right.
Okay, so you want to shoot one of the wolves, or what would you like to do? There is a wolf within 50 feet of you, 60 feet of you.
Yes.
What would you like to do, Jenny?
I am going to fire at the wolf.
All right, take your shot.
That is a 21 dirty 20.
All right, so
1.
roll your
So
damage.
it's not a nat 20 plus 1. It's a
Roll your damage.
It was a 14 plus 7.
Understood. Roll your damage.
Okay. That is
Sorry, what?
4.
4. Great. So we are down to 10. And you will see one of the other wolves sort of start to get scared at that. The black wolf seems very scared about what just happened, and you see them starting to skirt away. Next up is Akra.
Yeah, Akra is going to to make a few step forward 20 feet. And 20. And is going to take aim with her short bow and fire at the rightmost wolf as well.
Okay, great. Shooter's got to shoot. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And it'll be a 6 points of piercing damage.
Great. 6 damagios. So we are down. This wolf is past bloodied. Looking nearly immortal on the right. Anything else? Bonus action?
Not at this time, no.
Great. Nori.
Yes, I would like to stealthily try. I would like to stealth move through the woods off to our right to try and circle behind our wolven friends.
Okay. So you'll step into the woods. And make a stealth check for me.
Oh, I'm gonna be stealthy. 19.
All right. So you slip into the woods well. You think. Anything else?
That will end my turn.
All right, wicked. So then this wolf, seeing what's going on, is gonna run forward to Akra and give you just a little nip for fun and for it time. And
Very
so
well.
it's gonna be here. That'll be a 18 hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and so that's gonna be seven piercing damage.
All right. Eaten through my temporary already.
And then make a strength saving throw.
Okay. And this would be saving throw, so we get the advantage,
You
correct?
get the advantage here.
Awesome. Strength saving throw.
And hey, if you're in chat, please make sure to engage with us. Make sure to follow and subscribe. We really love it. And we're here. We're live. This is not the Concord where I'm hiding behind months of time. So please give us a shout. Say hey. We'd love to chat with you.
That'll be a 16 with advantage.
A 16. So you feel as the wolf jumps up and starts to like nip at your. So let me step back. So a crossbow bolt fires across the clearing as Akra runs forward, not notching an arrow to her
Yes.
her bow, and pulls it back, looses it, and this wolf seems much worse for the wear. You see terror in the little black wolf's eyes, and it starts to turn its tail and run. And one of the other white wolves turns towards Akra and charges her, jumping up and trying to bite at her neck. Lands a great hit, but Akra is able to keep her footing. Next up is Rhea, who is kind of like who you hear like shouting to the kid. She's like, "It's okay, you're gonna be all right. We're gonna get you." And then the next wolf is our little black wolf friend, and he's booking. He's booking. Next up, Rogan.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and shoot a firebolt at the wolf that just attacked my friend.
Go ahead.
That is 11 plus. I think that's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 6 points of damage.
Wicked. All right. So this is not bloodied, but almost.
Mm-hmm. And if it's flammable, the spell ignites.
All right. It is flammable, and so but it is only you're only gonna kind of like get like the nice smell of burning animal hair. So
Okay.
as this wolf jumps up on Akra and like starts biting at her, this bolt of flame arcs across the room as Nori slips back into the woods, dipping out of eyesight of literally everyone. and it just leaves this mat of singed fur on Akra. The other wolf, this injured wolf, is going to do. Let's see how far I put them away from y'all. Is only going to be able to dash, but that's what they will do. Movement is 40. Yeah, silly bean, but oh well. They'll dash all the way over here to flank Akra. And then next up is Beldrin, our werebear. Bear.
Bear.
We love a werebear.
Bear.
Where's the bear? It's over there.
These jokes are unbearable.
Oh. It's session 1, folks. It's session 1.
Isn't our bear friend a barrack?
All right. So what would you like to do, Baldrin?
Just to be sure, this is me, right?
Yes, you are the white werebear.
How do I do the measuring thing that I saw everyone do?
So
I see it. Just kidding. Okay, so yeah, I will suppose that you two have this one handled. So Belgian will run up here. I guess have to do that, and then. Sorry, I've not used this program before.
So you got to move off of the measure to be able to grab your token.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so run up to attack this wolf with his claws. Actually, he's not even going to draw a weapon.
All right, tear it up.
I don't think so. Let's see. I think it's just strength added to the claws.
Strength and proficiency.
So that's a 10 hits.
Oh no. And so as this bolt of fire arcs across, Baldrin dives forward, trying to scrape at this wolf, and the force from the firebolt just knocks him out of Baldrin's grip. This injured wolf dives forward into the fray and starts biting at Baldrin. With advantage, because he's got pack tactics. And it's a 16 plus 5, so it's a 21.
Yeah,
so
that definitely hits. Yep.
All right, let's roll some damage. 2d4. Where are my caltrips?
The 10 hit points will be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
So it'll be 4 plus 2, so that'll be 6 piercing damage. And make a strength saving throw for me.
All right. I dropped my d20, so I have to see if I have another one.
As it runs forward and pounces on you as you try to attack its friend.
All right. I will. Let's see. There's d20 rolling in here, right?
I would just use dice.
I dropped mine.
Yep. I'm not actually sure how to do a base. I only know how to do it off the character sheet.
I can use roll 20. They do. I hate them.
Let me roll a d20 for
okay,
you.
Thank you.
You rolled a 5.
That's fine. And I take 6 damage, yeah? And I'm prone?
Yep, and so now you're knocked prone.
All right. I will BRB while I fetch my dice.
So I will add the prone condition, and top of the order, we are at Jellica.
Question. Don't we have proficiency on saving not proficiency,
advantage
on saving throws?
And the 17, so you save, you're not prone.
Hooray, thank you.
But you do still take the 6 damage. Jellica, you're up. Top of the order.
I'm gonna move within striking distance of the one I hit with a bolt, and I'm gonna swipe at it with my short sword.
Okay, so stowing her short sword, she dives forward and swings out at this this wolf that just attacked Nori or Beldrin. Go ahead, roll to hit.
I am, and that is a 10.
10 total. So you will you bring this short sword down at the wolf, and the wolf just seems to sidesteps you a little bit and snarls. And next up is Akra.
Okay. The one.
Does that count for a luck point or not?
Yes, it does. So if you missed with an attack this round, make sure that you mark a luck point down. Remember that you can spend 1 luck point to add a +1 to a roll, and you can spend 3 luck points to roll with advantage. Okay, Akra, you're up.
Yes. So the one that bit Akra is the one in front of her right now, right?
Yep.
That one there. Okay. She will hold out her clawed hand, inciting an incantation, and quickly reach for the scruff of the dog as this electrical charge starts to thrum around her grasp, and she is going to cast Shocking Grasp as a cantrip on this beast.
All right.
So I need to make a melee spell attack. Fun.
Fun.
All right, let's do this.
Who knew that? Who knew that ranger? Oh wait, no, you're not a ranger.
Oh Lord.
Druid.
That will be 11.
And so you reach out and you just get a bit of fur, and as this ozone fills the air around you, you just get the smell of like thoroughly staticky. You just get the smell of like dirty hair that's just been recently warmed by lightning. But you aren't able to land anything. Anything on a bonus action?
Actually, Shocking Grasp is a bonus action.
Wait, what?
It is a bonus action. So as my bonus action, I cast Shocking Grasp. It's on the playtest packet. It's a bonus action.
All right, so this is cool. This is different.
I know.
From 5th edition by a significant amount here. So let's figure this out. Shocking Grasp. Spike Growth. Shillelagh. Where the heck?
It's all alphabetical order. It's like on page 25 if you're looking for it. In the Ranger and Druid
Oh, you're looking
packet.
at the Ranger packet?
Yeah, because that's where the spells are listed for all like the Druid and the Ranger spells.
Oh, that's so funny. Sanctuary, Scorching Grasp, Shatter, Shield of Faith, Shocking Grasp. I have 1 action in the Tova in the Tales of Valiant.
Let me see.
I have it as that in the alpha test.
That might be a mistype then in the Druid and Ranger packet. That's interesting. All right, well,
let's go with it being an action.
Okay,
just because I feel like that's an attack cantrip is pretty heckin' powerful.
It's pretty heckin' powerful. Well, in that case, then Artie is just going to kind of just say, "Well, that won't do," and is standing there ready to go when it comes back to her turn.
All right, cool. Nori, you're up.
Let's see. All the wolves have moved on me. It's really quite rude.
It is.
Oh,
I
all that hard work
exclusively
sneaking.
run rude wolves.
It's completely inappropriate.
I was also mad about it.
Well, they've done a terrible job dealing with these wolves so far, so I guess with my extensive experience, I'm going to have to take care of them. So
And
I shall.
Nori throws gold at it.
Well, it's not my fault that they're poor. No, I shall draw my short bow and assist my companions.
All right, take your shot at advantage.
Let's see. That's a 17.
That's gonna hit. Roll me damage.
Of course it is. 1d6 if I must.
You must.
That's a 7.
That's a 7.
So 4 plus 3 piercing.
You're going after the closest here?
Well, it is the easiest.
All right, and so that wolf, that this bolt, this arrow goes into the side of it, and it falls over dead. Um, Next up is that wolf. Very frustrated that its friend died. It is going to it's gonna keep attacking Akra, because it has flanking.
Whoa.
Yeah, why not? For fun and for me time. That'll be an 18. That'll be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Will it hit?
Yeah, it'll hit.
Oh, it'll hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
that'll hit.
hit.
That'll hit. It's another 8 damage, 8 piercing.
Okay, perfect. That eats through my temp, and I am taking real damage now.
All right, cool. And it will also force a strength saving throw.
You got it. 20.
Yeah, so that saves. Yes. Rhea will kind of run forward to the tree and start beckoning to the girl to like, come on down. You're okay. You're okay. And the other wolf will go. Wait. Oh, and you hear rustling moving off further into the forest as the black wolf gets further and further away. Rogan, you are up.
Brogan's going to, having no idea where Nori went, Rogan's going to move. Well, first, I guess I'll take a shot at the wolf that's in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Firebolt.
All right.
That is.
Listen to them clickety clackety math rocks.
Yep. I don't think I'm hitting though. I've got a 10.
A 10 total?
Yep.
No, you do not hit. I'm sorry to say.
I should move up closer. I also have pack tactics.
What did you roll on the die?
4.
4 plus 6. Yep. That just hacks. So what would you like to do?
Feeling like I'd probably be safer closer to my friends. I'm gonna move about 25 feet, so I'm standing next to Beldrin.
Okay, so yeah, so you'll have to move carefully to move around the
I
wolf,
don't
so you
need
don't
to.
get
I
that.
can use
But
my bonus action, Scurry, to move outside of the to move through the range of the wolf. And Scurry gives me 10 feet of movement that doesn't trigger opportunity attacks or traps.
wicked, and that's part. And where did you get scurry from?
I am a supplicant to the dragon Protanther. I have lived in as part of member of his cult / horde. We live in his cave, and we consider ourselves part of his people. We take care of him and his needs.
Gosh, sounds like me in my 20s. Frick. All right, next up. Next up is the untouched wolf. The untouched wolf is gonna move over here, and we'll also take another shot at Akra. We're gonna see if I can get a kill on the first time around.
Ooh.
Here we
Boy,
go.
we're
Oh, that is
repeating.
a nat. That's a
we're-
nat 20.
Yo, well, considering I'm only at 5 HP, yeah, we're gonna have a
So that'll
repeat
be-
of Fenric. Shout out to Siege of Estepena.
5. That'll be 5 plus 5. That'll be 10 plus 2. That'd be 12 damage. Does that kill you outright?
My max is 10, so no, right? It has to be double
has
my
to be-
max.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're gonna
so-
play that because I don't know the actual rule, but Akra goes down.
I go down. Yep.
So Akra's
night.
unconscious.
no.
You see them kind of collapse like a bunch of bricks. Beldrin, you see your friend get kind of ripped down by these wolves, and they turn and they're sort of starting to growl at Jellica. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna reach down and lay a big bear paw on Akra and utter a prayer to Tempest and you spare the dying. when I see them fall.
All right, they are stable.
All right, and that is unfortunately a full action, so I think that is my turn.
All right, cool. Next up is Jellica.
Question: are these wolves big enough for small stature to work?
They are medium size, so no. They're just wolves.
One sec.
I'm saying no, so let's go ahead.
Okay, it does say medium or larger size.
Okay,
I just
so you that works. Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna duck under one and just go straight up.
Okay, make an attack roll. Just see Rogan
That is
spinning in the background.
23.
I'm struggling to
That
figure out how to
hits.
zoom in. I'm sorry.
Oh, if you just use mouse wheel on the map,
I don't have a mouse.
that could be an issue. I don't know what the answer is then. What's the damage?
I'm rolling that now. That is 1 plus 3 slashing.
All right, cool. So we are down to that wolf is past bloodied. Is not mortal but close. Anything on a bonus action? Jellica?
I can't use my other short sword, can I?
Yep, they're light weapons.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stab with my other one.
All right, cool. So you do that. Roll an attack roll, and then it's just your regular 1d6 damage instead of 1d6 plus dex.
17.
Hits.
Uh, 3. 6 with 3 slashing.
Okay, cool. Wait. How are you doing six?
D6. I rolled 3.
Okay, so that's 3 because it's an offhand attack.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Akra. You're
Right.
stable.
So I'm stable, but I still need to make a death saving throw, and I believe
Nope.
death saves work the same way.
I don't think that you need to make a death saving throw.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Spare the dying. Make sure you don't have to do that.
Yes.
Got it. So I am not up at 1, but I am also not in the. Okay. Understood. Well, I'm still unconscious, correct?
You are
So I'm cooling it.
cooling it. All right, Nori, you're up.
Well, I don't really want to get my robes dirty, so I think I shall remain in amongst the woods and see if my precision is any good. If I can hit again with my short bow.
All right. Make your shot.
It's a 21.
That hits.
Oh, I was sure hoping so.
No, the wolf actually casts shield, and also somehow its paw shapes itself into a middle finger.
Well, that's going to be 6.
All right, cool. So that wolf
Straight for the
also
middle finger.
meets its end as its imaginary hand falls over.
I believe
And
that's 2 for Nori.
That is 2 kills for Nori. And you see Rhea is like helping the little girl down the tree. You hear the rustling to the north of the thicket is getting quieter and quieter. You can barely hear it now. As they've given you the slip. And Rogan, it's your turn.
Um, just that last wolf. I'm going to shoot it with a firebolt.
Firebolt.
That is the theme of this combat.
Heck yes. When in doubt, fire.
Yep. That is a 15 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 9 damage.
Woo! That is bloodied.
Yay.
And then,
Slightly smoky.
interestingly, it is the wolf's turn. Wolf not smart so good, but we'll just move over here and not take any opportunity attacks, and we'll give you a little chomp chomp. Little chomp chomp. Little chomp chomp for fun and for him time. And that's a nat 1. So it'll miss. As it tries to run up and kind of jumps on your chest. And instead of like getting like a bite in, it just sort of looks like a puppy like trying to like jump up on you. You know? Next up, Beldrin. This smoking, stinky wolf is hovering over your friend.
Sorry, I was finishing chewing. All right, he's gonna swipe out. He's gonna because it ran past him, so he's gonna turn around to face the wolf in its new position and swipe at him with his big bear paws again.
Heck yeah.
Math rocks, be nice to me. All right, yeah, that's an 18 plus, I believe, 4.
Hits.
Yeah, I thought so. Hoped so. And that is 5 plus strength, which I believe is 2.
All right,
So,
Wicked. So this
7.
thing, so your claw comes through and just rips this poor creature in half. And we
Look, I tried to reason with him.
You did, and we exit initiative here. So you have Akra laying peacefully on the ground in a puddle. Does anyone want to help them?
I'd like to go over to Akra and do first aid. That should be able to get Akra up with one hit point using my field medic talent.
Yep. So you do that. So Akra is now alive with one hit point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can cast a cure.
Oh, sorry.
Or you can go ahead.
So as an action, I can tend to their wounds, and you can recover a number of your hit points equal to twice your con modifier. So you're already stabilized. So since I'm not stabilizing, it's actually your hit points are twice your con modifier that you're able to recover.
Twice my con or twice your con?
Twice your con, Trev.
My con. So I get 4. Hooray.
Sorry to interrupt, Claire.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
All right.
Are you still hurting, friend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm half health right now.
Oh no. Yeah,
I'm just the 10 HP druid level 1.
Oh dear.
So it's up to you. Does your healing cost a spell slot, or do you have a bonus, or do you have
It would take a spell slot, yeah.
I can continue to do field medic just so you save your spell slots for later in the day. It is up to you.
Sure.
Akra will actually hold up her hand as she recovers, and you see her hand glow with this green druidic aura, and she just says, "I've got this," and she'll wipe it across herself as she uses her nature's gift. It is a bonus action. I can target myself as long as somebody's within 5 feet, and I roll a number of d4s equal to my proficiency bonus, and I regain that equal hit points. So gotta use my feats while I got them, right?
Feetsies.
And
we love that.
Druid skill. Let's go.
Druid skill.
Oh, that's a 1. Okay, that's 5. You know what? I'm at full health. I am at full health right now.
They're full health 80. We love that for them. And so this small goblin girl with this bright rainbow scarf will come over to you. Will kind of go and grab their donkey, who's kind of emerged from the bushes, and introduce herself to you all, and she'll say, I'm Grace. Very nice to meet you. And she'll like hold out her hand to Beldrin.
Beldrin delicately reaches down with his very large paw to shake her hand. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Beldrin. He like looks to his companions as they introduce themselves.
Very nice to meet you all. So my name is, so as I said, I'm Grace. This is Lonky the Donkey. I am raising money to go to the local school. And so I was wondering if you would mind donating to my fund. And she kind of holds up this like little like painted gourd cup that has some change rattling around in it.
How much do you have right now, young one?
Well, not enough to cover tuition, but even a gold piece would help.
Akra will, from almost trying to do one of those like magic tricks of like the coin behind the ear, try to produce a gold piece out of her pouch to give to Grace.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Sure. It's not my forte, but you know what? Gotta take chances. Hey, that's a 15.
All right. So you sort of you're bringing up your hand and there's kind of like a little flash of something, but then you like flip it behind her and she goes, thank you for that. Yeah. And she pulls on her scarf and gives you this little thread of this little rainbow yarn.
Rainbow yarn, sure.
Make sure that you Twitch Prime for rainbow yarn. If you're
Rainbow
a big
yarn.
if you're a big rainbow yarn stan, like let's hear about it in the chat. Like, come on now. All right, so and she'll say, "Thank you so much." Anybody else?
Rogan is a big believer in the power of books. And this neat little scholar's starter pack he starts with has a book in it. So rather than donating gold, he's going to donate the book.
All right, and what is the book?
It is a book of lore. So it's sort of, I think, a general lore history of the current area. It's got poetry, it's got some fun and games in there, and it's got some useful history.
And you sort of hand her this book, and she's small, and so it's like very heavy, and she's like, thank you. And she like laboredly like puts it on the back of Lonky the donkey, and she just puts it into one of the saddlebags there. She, okay, thank you very much there. And she pulls like a very small strand of her scarf and hands it to you.
Thank you. Use this power well, young one.
Oh, I think I will, but you see like Lonky is like now weighted heavily wrong to one side and it's sort of like hobbling. And she's like, "Oh, all right, come on, Lonky, let's get moving." And so you do that, and so Rhea will come over and say, "Very well handled. You all right, Akra? Looks like you almost went to meet Torm."
I am fine. Yes.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm sure that there will be something. What awaits us ahead is much worse.
Those are nothing like wolves I have ever seen.
All right, and so we will move back to the 5-shooter. Cool. So let's get that going. So you will start making your way downtown, walking fast, faces passing at 7 seconds. So you make your way north, and this kind of open road northward just that kind of skirts the fields of the dead, um, is starts to become more and more like the tree coverage gets greater and greater as time goes on. Oh, hello, welcome, Raid. How are y'all doing? Uh, very happy to have y'all. We are so the starts to close in, and you see the trailhead. Hello.
Hi,
Um,
Biddy. Welcome.
Hello.
you see the trailhead that's indicated on the map, just ahead. And you see kind of you know that down this path is the is where the ritual circle is said to be. What would you like to do?
Should we make a sneakier approach, not to alert these so-called cultists right away?
Yes, I think we should slip off the path and observe from the woods.
Beldrin, just giant bear on the Clydesdale, sort of looks down at his chainmail and nods. I'll try.
If we get caught, I can attempt to minor illusion cultist uniforms on us.
That could work.
Attempt. No, not gonna work.
You could make a rock to hide behind.
Yeah, that works.
So yeah, we are so how do you want to approach the sneakiness? You want to stay on the trail? What do you want to do? Because
Could
the
we?
road kind of arches off like this, and the trail thins out, so riding your horses doesn't really make much sense.
I like the idea of us going off the trail, and I guess we could make a giant rock that moves along with us. I'm not sure if that would be more or less obtrusive, but it might help a little bit.
All right,
We'll use it as
so
cover for sure, or
going to so
perceived cover.
you want to try to go off path with your pet rock.
Or maybe it's a pet bush. It's
Can we? I was say, can we also use, because we're in the forest? Can we use the tree cover, trying to be able to kind of weave with the bush as well?
All right, so
it's an intangible bush, so it can go through things. I think
we're weaving with an intangible bush. I think that'll be the big opener for episode 1. Tales of the Valiant into Avernus, weaving with the intangible bush. That's it. Nothing more need be said. All right, so if you want to try to find your way to the same spot, are you trying to like just be off the trail but following it, or you want to find a completely different way?
I mean, I think it might be
Should we
best
split
to
up, gang, or go together?
probably want to go together.
going together may be for the best.
Or we can fan out but still be within like maybe 15 feet of each other, kind of like have each give a little bit of a distance between each of us, but we're still within like eyesight of each other.
So we're staying along the path but going into the woods.
I like that plan, if everyone's agreed.
I'll walk near our cleric because our cleric is the likely to be the loudest, so the intangible bush will be the most beneficial.
Would
True.
Beldrin get a benefit to his, like, I don't know, hide if he walked on all fours like an actual bear?
You could make a deception check. But it would be interesting. You'd be walking on all fours very unnaturally for potentially no one or other
That's true.
bears.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. Should we leave
Alright.
the horses here and, like, go in solo? Horses do make a bit of noise.
You wouldn't really be able to squeeze the horses through, especially not the
Okay.
Clydesdale. You would want to like tie them up somewhere in the woods
Yeah, we
and
just
leave them there.
tie them off on a tree and then make sure we recover them.
Would Quill's pony be able to make it through
No.
by chance? Just wondering.
Nope. So you all start to make your way kind of off this path. You have who is going to be on the right? Who is going to be on the left?
Miles, hey, Jim,
Yes.
I gotta take a couple minutes.
Okay. Thank you for taking.
Like things are.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you for taking care of yourself. So we're going to continue on. So who wants to be on the right side of the path?
Well, I'm always right, so I guess I.
All right, so we're gonna have Max, and we're gonna have Nori, and
I'll go on the right as well.
Accra.
I'll take left.
I'll go left.
And then we have we have team bottom, team top on the stream frames here.
Hey.
Wait, sorry, this is an all trans network that means different things. Sorry, I'm not casting aspersions about anyone who's the top or bottom. It's all great. Team up, team down. How about that? So so you make your way through. Let me roll my little percentage die check.
We have the intangible bush moving in front of us.
And I would love to
Yes,
hear
the
how you want to
attention
use.
push.
Yeah, so you definitely don't have to worry about what was going to happen there. And so as you start to approach, I need a group stealth check.
Okay.
You said stealth?
Oh boy.
Okay. This is gonna go how it's gonna go, fam.
Oh, the look on Max's face right now is precious. I love it.
I
The
got
laugh.
25.
All right, so we have a 25 moving very stealthily,
A 6.
a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 12.
I also have a 12.
We have an intangible bush in front of us. It may help a little bit if they look directly at us. There's a fake bush.
Okay.
Just phasing right through all the trees around it, right?
So,
They're cultists. They can't be that smart.
So the first thing that you'll see as you arrive to this area is you will see standing very straight with their arms at their sides in dark black robes, a and a kind of a pointed leather mask. There seems to be someone standing guard at the edge of the clearing, and you see a small path leaning off to the right. You're maybe about 100 feet out, and this is what you see. How would you like to approach the situation?
So we have seen somebody.
You've seen someone.
Okay.
What sort of check would it be to like sort of appraise them from afar? See,
What would you like to see? Tell me what you're looking for, and I can tell you.
no, I'm gonna stay muted and talk to myself. I just want to see like if we can tell if they're wearing a bunch of armor and have a bunch of weapons, or
That
they're just sort of
they seem to have a sickle on their side. I mean, you're a good distance out, so they seem to have some sort of bladed weapon on their side. This is not where you are. This is just so that you can see on the map.
Mhm.
Who am I missing? Nori, Jellica, Rogan, you're on there. Accra. That's who I'm missing. So you can see this this first cultist here.
Okay.
You don't see further into the area yet. So, make a perception check as you kind of squint to try to make out better what is on the cultist.
All right. That is 12. Rolling 12s today.
You notice that it has like a very stiff and straight posture, and that the cultist's head is kind of very still.
Sort of whisper this to the rest of them.
You see, like, it is wearing some lighter leather armor. It's nothing that's like concerning to you, but
maybe we should try and creep a little closer.
Be careful, they do have a weapon.
GM.
If you need to take a break, take a break.
No, I just came back. I tonight I can't finish
All right.
it tonight. Sorry.
Thank you for taking care of yourself.
Thank you for
Have a good
taking
Thank you
night.
for taking
Yep.
care of yourself.
No problem.
Thank you for
Thanks,
taking
guys. I did have fun while I was here. I'll definitely be back next week, most likely.
Okay.
It's just my migraine plus a couple mental things.
Thank you
popped
for
up
taking
and
care of yourself.
Thank you
I
for
can't.
No
taking
need
care
to
of
explain. You're all set. Have a good night.
To our
a good
audience,
night.
goodbye.
Bye.
Hi.
Thank you, Jenny. Alrighty. So it was a 12. You kind of got that. You got that. Yep, it seems to have a scimitar on him. So how do you want to approach this situation?
Would we be able to, or would Acra be able to listen if we're at a distance where if we're picking up on any sound nearby, see what they're talking about, if they are talking at all?
You want to try from the distance that you're at. So you're about 100 feet out. You're kind of tucked back in the woods, so you're not really
Okay.
hearing anything going on. If you wanted to sneak closer, you can absolutely do that.
I look to the rest of the group. How should we proceed?
Very carefully.
I like the idea of stealthing. I'm not the best at it, but perhaps we could figure out a little bit more about what's going on before we jump into combat.
Okay, let's make another. Is someone going ahead, or are we trying to do a group stealth check?
Like,
I mean,
look toward
Go
the
ahead
rogue
if you want.
slowly.
Yep, I joined the look at the rogue.
Max,
Well-
are you feeling brave?
Since I'm clearly the leader, I guess I'll take the lead and go forward.
I would say
Alright.
Acra is going to follow behind you.
All right, Nori and Akra, make a stealth check, please.
Even better, a 25.
A 20.
All right, so you slip quietly through the woods. And as you get closer, you get within 30 or 40 feet of this cultist at the edge of the woods. You see that it is impaled from beneath through the top of its head on a spear. And it seems to be standing like at attention, but the spear is coming out of the top of its head, and it's covered by a hood. But you see the third leg as you get closer that seems to actually be holding the body up. And as you get a little bit closer, you see a hooded figure in the clearing ahead that seems to be kind of like interrogating another one of these dragon cultists as it is tied to a ritual bench in the center of this druidic circle.
Are we close enough to hear what they're saying?
You're about 30 feet away from this guy. Maybe that's another 20 feet away. You can make a perception check for me to try to listen in.
May I also make one as well?
Yep.
Not so good.
That'll be a perception 15 for Acra.
Okay.
10 for me.
So you hear Akra, you hear the kind of sloshing of water, and you hear common being spoken. You kind of will like make out words like you'll hear Resmir, treasure, but nothing of substance comes through. With a 15, you'll get a little bit more. You'll see that he is using an as the U.S. government might say, some enhanced interrogation techniques on this person. in question. Um, and you'll also hear, like in the distance, you hear kind of like this very loud, kind of like screaming of adulation to Bane, who I believe is the god of murder.
Interesting. And you said that there was a druidic circle, or was it just a summoning circle of some sort?
This is sort of known as a druidic circle,
Okay.
but these don't appear to be druids.
Right. That's I was trying to be like, would I recognize them? But obviously, if it's not, yeah. Okay.
So I think that this will be a great point for us to take a little 10-minute break. Give our cast the opportunity to refresh water, do whatever they need. And so we will be right back. Thank you so much for watching this far. Make sure to get lively in chat. Make sure to follow us here. And we really appreciate you all watching. Love it so much and can't wait to continue sharing this story with y'all. See you in just a few minutes, all right? And we are And we're back! Yay!
Woo!
Yay! So we were just actually having a discussion off camera or off stream about some Tova rules. So I just wanted to go over that real quick. Trev, could you restate the question for me?
Sure. So, yeah, when we miss on an attack, I wanted to make sure I caught it earlier. It was expressed when you miss on an attack, as per the Tova rules, we gain a luck point, correct?
Correct.
Okay, awesome.
Whenever you fail a skill check.
Okay.
So for those of you that rolled below a 15 on that skill check, you also gained a luck point. Sorry, Max. Sucks to not be lucky, I guess. Too bad you're good at skills, I guess. Yeah. And anytime you fail, save.
Gotcha.
So you will get a luck point. And remember, you can spend up to 4 to give yourself a +4 bonus. So you can do +1, +2, +3, +4, or you can use 3 to do a reroll. Alrighty then. So we have our leather clad folks snuck up ahead. You hear you hear off in the distance this kind of crazed screaming to the god of darkness. And you will hear kind of this sloshing around in a distant stream and kind of a crunching noise. Oh! And it's a very dissettling cracking noise that you hear in the distance. And you see kind of in this clearing ahead enhanced interrogation techniques occurring, which I will not describe. What would you like to do? So you kind of have this impaled tip to tail cultist that's clearly dead in front of you.
Artie looks to Nori and just says, "Well, should we take them by surprise?"
We might want to summon our noisier friends to come and join us.
Looking back to the end of the woods, just like motioning the two to come up.
Are you gonna have them go through the woods? Or you having walked down the path?
I mean, I think it's safe down the path now, right? I think they can walk down the path.
Safe down
Or-
the path to an extent until they're
Yes.
seen, but that might provide distraction for us to come out of the woods.
That is a good point.
You also see that there's a path that kind of leads off to the right from where you had snuck into the woods and up. And we have not gotten eyes on what's down, if there's anything down that path or what is down that path.
Okay. Well, Artie is going to motion to them then and kind of like point them in the direction of that path, see if they want to take that path.
All right.
Rogan 100% believes it's clear. Why would he have any reason not to suspect it's not? They just gave him the okay sign, so off he goes. We're not even. They seem to be a little bit stealth, so he's gonna try and move quietly, but not stealthily, if that makes sense.
All right, cool. So as you approach, you will see that this cultist that was at the intersection is clearly just impaled straight up. And as you look around the corner, you see an animated skeleton and a cultist kind of seems to be pulling some kind of orange magic out of the corpse of another fallen cultist and seems to be driving it into this set of wax figurines in front of him. And that's what you see. He seems distracted, but you think if you made any more noise, the skeleton might notice you.
Can I do an Arcana check to figure out what the heck he's doing?
Please? Or religion.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, so you think that this person is binding the spirit of the fallen dragon cultist to Mirkul, who is the Lord of Bones. a god of decay, death, and exhaustion.
Sorry, I was typing that out and I didn't want my clacky keyboard on there.
Cherry
Okay.
MX Blues, brought to you by All on the Table. This is Molly being kind to corporations from the bottom of her mother-loving heart.
So Beldrin is like, he looks like at a snarly look on his face, just like, don't like the skeletons. Like I could turn them.
That's a good idea. You do that.
So he sort of steps out into the clearing, holding his holy symbol high, calling out to Tempest, saying, turn these profane beings from my presence with your holy light.
Oakley dokley. Let's get everyone in. Let me position everyone on the map here. All right, so we have a Wild Acra. And then we have here Rogan. So you wanted to step forward here. Okay. Then let's see, our dwarf friend, you were in the woods with Acra. And then we have you here. And then Jellica is going to be walking up behind you all and will kind of get just the ability to peek down the way here. And so we will roll initiative.
Here we go.
And as you walk down as you're walking down the path and you hear this, the cultist in the center of the glade sees you and drives a knife into the throat of the dragon cultist, bound to the sacrificial altar, and he turns to face you all. Let me get everything done here. Come on. Oh my heck. All right, let me roll all my NPCs here. And then you're dead. So you can go away. Are you on order? All right. Sorry, getting things figured out here for myself. Right, and you're rolled. Great. All right. So Nori, what is your initiative? Nori, what did you roll for initiative?
Momentary brain lapse that I'm Nori. I have a 19.
Beldrin.
I rolled an 8, but also I just realized that Turn the Profane is a 2nd level cleric spell, or cleric ability, so I couldn't do that. But he would still want to storm out and be like, get these profane things out of here.
All right. So what is initiative?
8. Sorry.
Rogan
7.
and Acra.
14.
Cool beans. And then let me get Rhea onto the field as well. And so here we are. All right.
The cleric will be in front of me because the cleric stormed ahead out into the bushes.
All right. And let's see here. Where are you? You are our beast here. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Yes. Great. All right. So Nori, you're first. you see your friend march out into the clearing as this skeleton turns, and this Nightblade drives his dagger into the heart of the cultist on the bench, killing him. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to move forward about 10 feet to the edge of the tree line.
Okay.
And then I've been having such success with my short bow today. I might as well continue on in that tradition.
All right, shoot your shot.
I'm gonna. That's a
Interesting
15.
question. Let me check here because I don't remember this. Does attacking from hidden give advantage in this system? If you know the answer, please say it in chat so that I do not look this up. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a grip. You can roll with advantage.
Well, in that case, no, it's the 15.
It's still 15. All right, cool. So a 15 hits. Roll damage. And don't forget your sneak attack.
I thought I had to be within 5 feet for a sneak attack.
Nope. If you hide, if you're hidden, because you've been sneaking, and then you shoot from hidden, you get sneak attack.
Wow. Okay, so for sneak attack, I get an extra d6 of damage,
Yes.
or is that 2 separate attacks?
Yep. It's an extra d6. So let me read this off here. Class features. Blah blah blah. That is a fighter. I am looking for rogue. All right, sneak attack. You know how to subtly exploit a foe distraction. Once per turn, you can deal an extra d6 to one creature when you attack with advantage on a roll. You don't need advantage if there is an enemy of the target within 5 feet of it. They're incapacitated, or you don't have disadvantage on the roll. Because I gave you advantage, you get to get the sneak attack.
Excellent. Well, I did 12 damage then.
All right, that thing dies. You kill that thing outright.
Oh, shoot.
Yep.
Excellent.
That's 3 for Nori.
3 for Nori. All right, next up is this here. Akra, you hear a creature sneak up behind you and stab out at you. You are not surprised, so it does not get advantage on you. But it is gonna stab at you. And it has an aura of murder. Aura of murder.
Poor Akra's getting picked on.
Well, actually, you know what? It would probably actually be. It would not be you. It would be. It would be Nori. And then so it's going to sneak up behind you, and it's going to attack with a 19 plus whatever 3. So it will deal 4 damage, and then so they're imposing vulnerability to piercing damage, which I believe is 1.5. So you take 6 damage.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, so you're going to take 6 damage as this knife goes into your back, and then it will make an offhand attack with its other dagger, and it will miss. And that'll be the end of its turn. Next up is our friend down in the clearing here. He, seeing his skeleton turn around, is going to reach out his hand and try to drag you drag Beldrin down into the earth using a hand made of necrotic energy. A 9 definitely does not hit. And then it will tuck itself behind this little stone here, and it will kind of crouch down behind it. Next up is Akra.
Okay, so there is this like shadow being right behind Nori, right?
It is just an assassin.
Okay. Well, Akra is going to, seeing Nori taking some damage, Akra is going to rush up behind and just again, with a quick incantation, static starts to cling, and she reaches out to grab this being with a shocking grasp. Burning a luck point to get a +1 for the
Okay.
roll. And then would I get advantage for flanking?
Yes.
Okay. 14 or I rolled the same thing, a 14 and a 14. So that would be with the +1 of 15 plus my to hit would be +5. So that would be a 20 total.
Hits, for sure.
Awesome. Let me just make sure I'm shocking grasp. When I hit, it takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. That's 8 points of lightning damage.
All right, it is way past way past bloodied, and it is definitely struggling.
Okay.
It is mortal.
Let me see if there's anything else I can do on nope. I think that's it.
All right, cool. Next up is Rhea, and Rhea is gonna dive past Beldrin and slash out at the skeleton. I have to look up the veteran stat block in the Tova handbook. One sec. BRB. Oh, Control F at Molly. Beteran. All right, cool. Oh, well, that's pretty good. So first attack is a 17. That'll hit for 7 damage. Does that kill the skeleton? Nope, it's bloodied. Then it will. Then she attacks again with her longsword, and will miss. Next up is Beldrin.
Right. I want to use a spell that requires making a ranged spell attack. So how does that work? Is that just d20 plus proficiency bonus?
D20 proficiency bonus, and you are wisdom.
Yes.
Yep. So it'd be plus D20 proficiency wisdom.
All right.
Yep.
That's even better. So seeing that Rhea probably has the skeleton handled, one hit and it's bloodied, Beldrin reaches out a paw in front of them and aims toward the man behind the skeleton.
Okay,
the man behind the skeleton.
The man behind the skeleton is hiding behind a rock.
Okay, so I'd have to
So you will take some. There will be a penalty, and I have to look up cover rules.
Okay. I mean, I could walk to here. I think I'm attempting to move. Collides with at least one wall. Okay.
So it's
So
like
maybe
it's like
not.
hiding behind this.
I was gonna see if I could try to
Yeah, you could get there.
get here, so it's still kind of ranged.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay. All right. I doubt a 12 hits.
Does a
But that's
12
what I
hit
got.
this mage? A 12
This
definitely hits this mage.
Oh,
Yep.
well, if it's a mage, then yeah, probably. So he sort of reaches out a paw, and streaks of light fly from his paw and hitting the target for 46 radiant damage with guiding bolt.
Okay, roll that damage.
Here we go. I have
Love guiding
1d6.
bolt.
Same. So 1. 12. Don't drop the die. Is 14. And do I add anything to that?
No, but that does one shot it.
Oh, good.
So you kick back, this guiding bolt just flies out and just blows this guy square across the clearing, and his body just ends up resting in some bushes over by the corner. And as this radiant energy arcs across the clearing, you see this crazed berserker making her way down a small path. It's hard to see because she's supposed to be like right there, but
Mhm.
you sort of you can see her now, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where she is. Rogan, you're up.
Uh, Rogan had been planning to attack the things that are now currently dead or handled, so Rogan is reassessing the battlefield. Um, I don't think I can currently see the berserker. Can I hear the berserker approaching?
Uh, mm, mm, I'm saying that your ears are probably filled with the sound of the skeleton and the stabbing behind you.
Okay. Well, I currently can't see the stabbing behind me, but that sounds serious. So I'm gonna turn around and try and locate it. Um,
Okay. So, okay.
um,
How would you do that?
I guess I'm gonna roll perception.
All right.
Move in the general direction of where I saw Nori and Akra stealthing off into the forest.
What is your passive perception?
Pretty low. I think I'm only a 10.
All right. So, yep, make a perception check for me.
I do have advantage because of my uh, heritage, where I have advantage on perception checks.
Oh, cool.
That is a 7 and an 11, and 11 plus 1 gets me a 12.
Great. So yeah, you sort of have an idea that they are in the bush, just kind of behind you, past Jellica.
It's always bushes today.
Mhm.
I'm gonna head in that direction.
All right, so you head into the bush,
hmm
and you see kind of in the woods, you see Akra and Nori sort of like surrounding this creature, or this woman.
All right, I'm going to. Um, I guess. Well, I'm not. Would I have disadvantage at this range
For what?
for a ranged spell attack?
No.
Okay, I'm going to make a ranged spell attack. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the assassin.
All right, do that.
That is a 14 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that is a 6 on the dice.
All right, that absolutely this flame just balls and flies across and just buries this Nightblade. And it is no longer. Next up is Jellica. Jellica will kind of line up and take a shot with a crossbow bolt at the skeleton. That'll miss. Next up is Nori.
All right, so I don't see any nearby combatants from
Nope.
where I am currently at. So I'd like to move through the tree line as stealthily as possible to survey the rest of the clearing.
Okay. You look. So you want to dive into the next bit? All right. So you can do that, and then roll me a stealth check.
It's 27.
Okay, so you slip quietly through the woods.
Rogue doing rogue things over here.
You don't see any anything extra in the clearing. You hear movement behind you. You saw the skeleton recently. So that's your action and your movement. Any bonus actions?
Not this turn.
Cool. Akra, you're up.
Okay, Akra is going to be doing a similar thing. Moving out into the clearing for 20. Oh, Collide with wall. Am I stuck? 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, 20. Okay, I guess I'll go there. Yeah, perfect.
Right.
Do I see anything
Yeah,
from this point?
you absolutely see the skeleton.
All
You
right.
see Rhea you see like this kind of flow of red hair and these green eyes as it's sort of like tangling with this animated skeleton.
All right. Akra is going to draw her short bow and try to fire on this thing.
Fire away.
That's going to be a 11 to hit.
An 11 to hit. Let's see the skeleton for Tova. Tova skeleton. Next, please. There's only one skeleton in the whole document. I have trouble believing that. Skeleton, cool. How much was it?
11.
That will miss.
All
as
right.
It sort of knocks the weapon away. Knocks the bolt away.
Okay. At this point, Akra will just be yelling in we'll say weasel in a very weasel sounding voice, just screaming from across the battlefield, being missing several times now. But that is my turn.
Okay, so when Rhea hit it, skeletons in Tova. When a creature the skeleton can see hits it with an attack, the skeleton can make a short sword attack against it. So they're gonna swing out against Rhea. And miss.
Telling me these Tova skeletons get counterattack?
they heckin' do.
Mm.
And then Rhea is gonna rip it apart. Just absolutely slices this thing in half with her longsword. After that, this berserker will kind of dive out into the fray and attempt to tackle Beldrin. And they're going to try to grapple you.
That's contested strength, yeah?
Yeah, so we'll call that a contested strength.
Great.
That is...
Let's see. I got a 13.
That is an 8. So
Oh.
I think Beldrin won.
I think you win that. And let me see if it has a multi-attack. Oh, it has advantage on all ability checks. Okay. And it will make that one. And so it grabs you. And then it starts to drag you back into the woods. It's using you for cover. So it has you grappled and sort of is like standing between you and it. And it's sort of like holding you right in front of it. Next up is you.
All right. So do I have to do another like contested strength to try and escape?
You can try to slip it with acrobatics, or you can try to slip it with athletics, but it will cost you your action.
Can I just attack from their like grapple?
Yep, you can. It will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Wait, let me double check that. Let me double check the grappled condition. I don't want to. I want to not home rule as much as humanly possible.
I know 5e grapple was kind of not great.
I think 5e grapple just reduces the speed to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. You can make making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. Strength athletic contested by strength. If you win the contest, your target gains the grappled condition. Okay? And that's a separate entry, because of course it is.
A grappled creature can use its action to escape. It must succeed on a strength, athletics, or dex acrobatics check contested by your strength
So
athletics
we're
check.
just going to call it a speed reduced to 0, is what
Okay.
grapple is. So that's what it is.
Okay. So I can do the attack?
Yes, you can.
All right. And he's just going to sort of twist around in her grip and try to slash at her with the claws.
Again, if you know Tova rules, if I am getting something wrong, please let me know in chat. If you're liking what you're doing, please make sure that you're following All on the Table. This is a wonderful network. We have really cool shows Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, as well as really cool stuff going on our YouTube page. One of the shows that Trev and I most recently finished up, the Concord, as well as Vigilantes Union and Vigilantes Union, the Philly 5. Or the Philly 6, who knows? Scientists remain divided. What was that? It was to hit it was what?
A 9.
No, that'll miss.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
All right, cool. Next up is Rogan.
Sorry, I'm still not used to my name. I'm going to head in that general direction. I did very briefly see something dart across my distant peripherals. So I'm going to move full 30 feet to roughly this space right here.
Okay.
I think I can make it there. Nope. And I can see the not nice lady anymore. Again. She's using the cleric as cover.
Yep, as half cover.
It's half cover.
And she seems to be wearing a chainmail set of armor.
Well, I'm going to break out a good old-fashioned wizard classic, and we're going to magic missile.
All right, wicked. Roll me 3d4.
3d4. Okay.
Or sorry, it's 1d4 times 3.
Yes.
Yes.
That's 3, 4, and a 4, so that's almost max damage. So that's 11 points of damage. Do I add anything to that?
+1, so it's 12 total damage. So this guy is bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
And they are severely frustrated that you found a way. You found their one weakness, magic missile. Next up is Jellica. Jellica will run down the clearing and will load their crossbow and take a shot at the fist. That'll be a 10. That'll miss. Next up is Nori.
I will go ahead and move to the edge of the clearing. And load up my short bow to take a shot at the fist.
Alrighty. Take your shot at advantage.
Okay, the first roll is a 17.
Miss.
And then a 15.
Miss.
Darned.
All right, so combat broke out quickly here. And so as the party snuck forward, Nori kind of becoming very confident in her abilities, in his abilities, her abilities, his abilities, his abilities.
His abilities and invisibility.
His abilities and the invisible condition absolutely drills a cultist standing at the center of this druidic circle, this small pond of water. As this arrow goes off, he slumps over. The Beldrin diving forward bestially attempts to raise their claw and drive necrotic magic into this creature until that then diving forward uh chases it down with a bolt of radiant energy that knocks the cultist across the clearing. Rhea tangles with a skeleton at the mouth of this small circle, and is able to eventually lop it off after a few of Jellica's crossbow bolts wedge in between the ribs of the skeleton, before finally shaking it in half. Beldrin attempts to match up one more time with this berserker, but is grappled and held in place as his allies seek to put this berserker down. He yeah, I'm completely lost now. So I'm gonna bring it back. Nori, you took your shot and all this sort of bounces off the armor of Beldrin. Akra, you're up.
Akra is going to, seeing her friends disappear before her, running down this path. She is going to do much of the same.
Okay. You run down. You see
Yep.
Beldrin being held in place by a berserker.
I don't know why I'm not able to move.
I'll grab you.
Okay, yeah, put me down like 25 feet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at the what is it? The fist?
Yep. You see
Yeah.
it has half cover and is wearing chainmail.
Okay. Actually, no. Wait.
But maybe no.
No. Am I able to get within? Because I moved 25 feet. I have 30. Am I able to get within 5 feet of this being?
Sure. Yeah, you could get there.
Awesome. Well, in that case, then we're gonna do another shocking grasp for the ages. And they are wearing chainmail made of metal, so
Yep.
I get advantage on this hit. So here we go. That's that'll be a 19 to hit.
And that will miss. As
19
they
will
sort of
miss.
knock your hand
Wow.
away as as they use Beldrin to sort of block your hit.
Dang. All right. Akra will snarl, but that will be my turn.
All right. Rhea will run over and try to attack it, and will miss with both. Next up is the Fist of Bane, and they'll say, Get back, all of you! You do not belong here. This is between us and the Cult of the Dragon. You should not be here. Go back, Outriders!" And they back Beldrin. They'll swing out they'll sort of bang Beldrin's head with their flail. Does a 15 hit?
It does
A
not.
mace, sorry, an 18. Sorry.
18. It meets, it beats. So yeah.
All right,
18
so
hits.
you take 6 bludgeoning damage, and then they're sort of like backing up with their shield and their chain and their heavy chainmail armor, and then you would. Oh, actually, wait, that doesn't make any sense. They wouldn't be able to whack you with the mace if they had you in the other arm. So they just have the shield, so they would have punched you. So then it would have been just 4 damage as they punch you with a shielded hand. And as they sort of start to back you into the woods. Or I guess they wouldn't because they're surrounded. So they're just going to sort of be like, stop, or I'll kill her. Beldrin, you're up.
I want to use another Sacred Flame, I think.
All right. What am I
Because
rolling?
heck, this person. I believe it's dexterity. Let me check real quick. Yep, dexterity saving throw.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Yeah, that's a 10. That fails.
It does fail. Excellent. And this person takes 1d6. And is that plus my wisdom?
Nope.
Nope, just 1d6.
Yep.
Dang, just one. Ugh.
Just
These
one.
dice hate me.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's true. So as you're sort of being dragged around and this guy punches you in the side of the head, you're like, haha, I know what I'll do. And you reach up and you call on Tempest, and this small bit of this weak little timid bolt of lightning just sort of sizzles their shoulder, and they're like, what? And they're sort of
Beldrin is also like, what?
Rogan, you're up.
Rogan goes, well, how about you? We didn't necessarily want to get involved, but you attacked us, and now you're dragging our bear away. So,
Bane will be the end of all of you. You will fall.
You want us to not be here, but you're the one who attacked us, and you're taking our bear. We can't leave. You can't have the bear.
You will fall before Bane.
Okay, we'll fall before Bane, but sure, whatever. But can you drop the bear? Is that an option?
Bane is all powerful. The darkness will consume all.
Yes, but does Bane require you to hold the bear?
All right, and so you have figured out that she's not going to do anything else?
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine. We're just pushing what 6 seconds might actually look like.
Okay. And I'm going to, having seen some very powerful hits not hit, I'm going to do the only thing that appears that I can do, which is more magic missile.
Okay.
All right, wicked.
That is a 2, 4, and a 4. That's 10 plus 1,
right.
11.
So this set of 3 missiles goes boom, 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 and you sort of drive this 3 times. They're wearing an eye patch, and this magic missile just hammers 3 times into the eye patch, and it's sort of the fist of Bane falls back, and their head is sort of kind of caved in with the force magic around this eye patch. It seems to have just been punched in. Think of the Juggernaut suit in the Avengers movies. Bah, 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 bah. All right, so we exit initiative.
Well, we could potentially spare the dying this individual and try and get some information out of them. Is anyone interested in that?
5 before it dies. 5.
Yeah.
That is not
4.
a bad idea.
Guys.
3.
Do it.
All right.
2.
Do it.
I medic it.
So you spare. So you get it back up to 1 health.
Yeah.
So it's unconscious, laying there.
Yeah. Okay. I strip armor because that seems bad.
All right. So you have a nice set of chainmail armor, a good quality shield, and a mace.
Okay. Does anyone have rope?
Jellicoe will stand forward and say, "Yes, yeah, I do here."
Okay. I tie up the fist of Bane with rope. I guess I can stand here and call you guys back when they wake up if you want to look around more.
We should probably make sure there's no one else.
I would like to survey. This has been a desecration of these woods. And so we must make sure there are no more.
I will stand with the prisoner while you guys look around.
Okay. So, what you will look in this little area that you are at. You will see you see 3 statues here one depicting each of the dead three, Mirkul, Bane, and Ball. Unfortunately named in this is everyone who is a worshiper of Baal is a Baal spawn, which I would argue most humans are. But that's just a very silly joke. And so you will find five smaller painted statues depicting a red, black, white, green, and blue dragon for shipment to Baldur's Gate. You find that in this area. Each one weighs about 5 pounds, and you think they're worth about 25 GP. You search the body of the mate of the caster that was there, and you find a kind of a magical glowing bone that you're not sure what it does.
Reach out and touch the glowing bone.
It's still glowing.
Can I like pick it up and does it do anything when it's touched, or is it just it's glowing?
Nope. It just seems to be like you stick it in the dirt and you try to like bang it against something, and it doesn't seem to change quality at all.
Gotcha. All right.
So we haven't discussed it yet, but how does everyone prefer to do like loot and stuff out of character? Like, do we want to have like a party loot pool where we just sell things and then everyone, whoever needs gold, takes it, or do we want to like divvy everything up?
I'd be happy to hold the loot for everyone.
I'm perfectly okay with Nori being the bank.
Yeah, that's fine. I think if there's like specific items that we all agree are like, okay, this would be nice for this specific character, then like that's fine too. But otherwise, if we want to just put everything in kind of a general like just a collective pile, that's fine.
Right. So Nori, Max, are you comfortable kind of keeping the ledger of what the loot
As long
is?
as everyone's comfortable with the thief hanging on to all their treasure. But number one rule of pickpockets is don't hand them your wallet.
Is that the number one rule? See, I always thought it was put money in your shoe. But here I am. Time makes a fool of all of us. But like out of character, are you okay with keeping track of the party loot sheet?
Yeah, happy to keep track of some loot.
Okay, cool. So you if you want to carry them, 5 pounds each, some very nice looking statues of the 5 different chromatic dragon fights.
Not sponsored by World of Warcraft.
Definitely
so noted.
So that's the area that you are currently in. And you see a smashed wax skull in the hand of the necromite, the kind of caster that was there. You see a path leading off to your east. You see the path leading northwest towards the main big clearing. What would you like to do?
I think Akra is going to take a jaunt down the path to the east and start looking around a little bit.
Okay. You make your way down to the east, so we'll resolve Akra. Is anyone going with Akra?
I'll go with Akra.
Okay, so that is that. You should be able to come down here. So what you will see in this, you see a shallow creek running through this ancient druidic circle. You see two bodies of dragon cultists. Why are you invisible? You see 2 bodies of, one is like face down in the stream with its skull kicked in. And a second lies lifeless against a stone pillar, clearly kind of caved in by the Fist of Bane's mace and weapons.
Should we see if they have anything on them that might tell us what was going on here?
You you will run their pockets, and you won't find anything. They have the masks, the leather masks, but they're pretty beat up and bloodied. Their leather armor is ripped and torn. It wouldn't be. You don't find much more than what scraps would be worth.
Do we, as like the Hell Riders, have any collective knowledge about, like, I know the dragon cultists are one thing, but this cult of, or this organization of what, murder and death, right? With these three gods that they or Bane specifically. Do we
Bane,
have,
Ball, and Mirkul.
yeah, Bane, Ball, and Mirkul? Do we, is there any like group knowledge of kind of a beef between these two cults, or these two factions, if you will?
Uh, does anyone have a background that would let them know about kind of the politics between gangs? Otherwise, you can roll a history check.
I can roll a history check. That's fine. I'm not sure. I'm trying to assess, like, seems like a
The
very big thing.
the 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 known enemy here is the dead people all around you.
Right.
The unknown enemy is these, like, this fist of Bane,
Okay.
these this necromite. Like, these are not groups that you've seen before. As
Gotcha.
Hell
Okay.
Riders, that's like something you're familiar with, but
Mm-hmm.
like you understand that these gods exist in the pantheon, but it's not like a
Right.
normal thing.
Okay. Can I still give you a history check then?
Yeah.
That'll be a 15.
Would a religion check maybe do anything either?
Sure, you can roll a religion check for me. So the history check, you have not heard anything about, you know that Bane and Ball were like very big back before the companion, which is the second sun that sits over Elturel. Sort of because there was this culture, it was ruled by vampires, and everything was about murder and mayhem. And then Elturel became a gleaming city probably about 200-300 years ago, when the companion came into being.
Gotcha.
I just got a 9 on the history check.
Yeah, for religion, no, with a 9,
Or
I don't think you
religion,
get
yeah.
anything extra.
No.
Rule number 1, never give your wallet to a thief. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I always give them my phone number and my address, and my social.
It's okay. The
888-88-8888.
It's already on the internet.
Heck. All right. So the other group, what are you getting up to? We have Nori and Rohan. Rogan.
Oh, Rogan is just sitting on top of the unconscious guy, lady, waiting for her to wake up for interrogation.
Cool.
He's
Jellica
if anyone brings him anything to look at, he'll try to help out. But for the time being, he just doesn't want to leave the unconscious lady unattended.
Jellica will happily sit on well, they're small. They wouldn't really be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So Jellica will keep you company. Nori, do you have anything that you would like to be doing?
I think I'd like to go inspect the altar a little bit more.
Okay, great. So this altar sits on a small hill surrounded by about 3 feet of water. You see on top of it there is a paralyzed dragon cultist. And he is dead. He has a knife in his chest.
Is it a nice looking knife?
It's a dagger. It's a dagger.
You know, I got a collection going. I might take that with me. Is there anything else that I can tell about the cultist? The dead one?
What do you want to? The one that's on the altar?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you want to look. I mean, you lift up their mask. They're uh kind of lighter skinned, blonde, um,
Age,
middle age, probably 30,
well nourished.
relatively.
It's what leads a healthy middle-aged person to join a cult. I need to take some notes. Hmm.
Is there
There's
anything
nothing
else
too
you're
interesting.
doing? You're just kind of sitting there and looking at him, or what else are you doing?
Looking around, inspecting the altar, seeing if there's any other like ritual accoutrement scattered around or anything on the altar itself.
On the altar is the body. He's still wearing his cloak. Um, there are
I just meant
pockets
like
in
if
the
the altar
cloak.
has any carvings or anything on it or anything
The altar
symbolic.
seems relatively nondescript. Um, do you run his pockets?
I mean, obviously.
That's what I thought. You find a letter in
Ooh, a letter.
the cloak of the cultist that is dead on the altar.
Well, obviously, I'm going to try and open it.
So you open it, and here is what it reads. Head to the bathhouse in Baldur's Gate and retrieve our queen's stolen treasure. The bathhouse is located in the northern portion of the lower city. It has a walled garden and frolicking nymphs carved into its front gates. If Duke Vanthamper thinks that she can use the queen's treasure to buy the loyalty of the Cult of the Dead Three, she is sorely mistaken. I'll be looking for you in Baldur's Gate when I arrive. Bring the treasure to me, or Altris will come for you. Signed, the Worm Speaker.
Worm speaker. I think I will saunter back to my friends that are sitting on top of the cultist and share the news that there's a bathhouse with frolicking nymphs that we need to visit in the near future.
Good to know.
That's the part that gets mentioned, not the treasure.
You know.
Rogan's very confused why we're visiting a bathhouse with frolicking nymphs.
Well, there might be someone there that we need to talk to. But maybe we should look around here a little bit more and see if we can get to the bottom of this cultist experiment.
Sounds good.
So, as you search around the body of the cultist that is here in the clearing with you, the assassin that you murdered near that you one shot at the area, you also find a rose that seems to be petrified with and hums with magic. That is on the body, and it when you hold it near the body of the dead Nightblade, the dead assassin, it seems to glow brighter, and then as you pull it away, it seems to glow less brightly. And then also the dead Nightblade has a potion of healing on her.
Well, I think that glowing rose would look lovely in my lapel.
And so the further as you tuck it, you put it into your lapel, and you get away from this cultist, the assassin. It loses its color.
Mm. A good indicator.
Yes.
How far are we from having our cultist friend wake up?
You could wake them up at any time, or wait 4 hours.
Is everyone done investigating?
You've investigated everything that you've asked me. I have resolved.
Um,
When the
wanted to ask
party
if you'd
rejoins me, I'll wake up the cultist.
Okay. Just
I
wanted
would
to
say
ask if you searched the assassin for anything that might be reacting with the rose.
As you, if you were to do that, you would see that like as the life is draining from the assassin, as like the last of it is there, the rose gets darker and darker, and you think it seems to be reacting to the latent magic or the faith of the individual, but you're not
Gotcha.
completely sure.
Okay.
just as a like flavor thing, as we're leaving this kind of region, Acro would pull the one slain dragon cultist from the stream or the river or the creek, and then in almost sort of like a burial rites sort of thing, sort of ceremony, would just sprinkle seeds over them, as in kind of trying to let things start to regrow in this area,
Okay,
but then would return to the group or
cool.
into our group site.
So we all come back together, and we're all there, and so that the cultist comes back in and says, What? All right. What do you want? What do you want with me?"
We want to know what you want with the cultists.
The dragon cult is the cult of Takesis is arrogant. We grow tired of them. They are weak.
And you are not arrogant?
Or weak.
And she rolls her eyes.
Okay, well, can you tell us a little bit about this other cult? And why specifically they are arrogant and weak at this moment in time?
5 years ago, they lost. They lost on the hills of the Well of Dragons, and they have been carrying around their wealth ever since. We will take it from them every last dime.
And what is this wealth?
So it'll be the horde of Tiamat.
Oh,
Yep. But
I
when
understand
they
the
tried
value
to
of a
summon
dragon
them.
horde.
And what do you hope to do with this wealth that you want to take so badly?
Buy the cities, buy the politicians, kill them if we cannot. Bring murder and mayhem. The world will be united under the Dead Three.
You don't need wealth to kill someone. We demonstrated that earlier.
Alas,
Or
your
to buy
armor was
politics.
purchased, was it not?
I'm not wearing any armor, and I'm the one that took you down.
But chaos cannot so freely be sown.
Chaos is the ocean around which the islands of order exist. Do not lecture me about order.
I was there when it was written. No.
Why have you brought me back?
Mostly to ask you a couple of questions, and we didn't bring you back, we just prevented you from going.
Fantastic. Great point to pick.
Would
Sort
it
of-
be much better if you were let go to see your gods?
Would you prefer that?
And she looks she looks and she says she'll actually out of spite she will just kind of she'll spit and she'll say, "I will take no mercy from you," and she spits.
Beldrin
That's
turns
rude.
to truly. Beldrin turns to Ray and says, "Do you think the higher ups would have any better luck questioning her?"
Well, they could put her under a zone of they could use magic on her. Absolutely.
Do you think it would be worth it bringing her back?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And we don't want to kill someone just because they're lying here. That's not a great thing to do.
We know there are wolves in the forest, so we couldn't rightly leave her here either.
No, it
Like
would be the
looks
same as
pointedly at
killing
her.
her.
And she has technically committed a crime.
Mhm.
So
The forest could decide her fate, though.
that
And
Would really piss her off.
Rhea will look at you, Akra, and will say, "For glory, uh, the forest is not the arbiter of justice in Elturel, now is it, Akra?"
Oh, of course not.
Great. So they will sort of she will encourage y'all to like get this person up and kind of walk them as a prisoner back towards the city.
All right.
Anything else you would like to do before you depart this glade and this clearing?
I just wanted to check the armor that she had. It was just plain, like non-magical armor.
Yeah, it's not magical
Okay.
chainmail, a regular mace, regular
Okay.
shield, but it is chainmail and a shield. It's
Mhm.
still, 50 gold.
Just probably toss that in the party loot pool too.
Cool.
If things get too
Chainmail,
heavy, I don't
shield.
mind carrying it because I do.
Chainmail, a shield, and a mace. So let me pull this up real quick. All right, so you make your way back, and it's still this beautiful day. It's starting to get into the late afternoon, and you're walking and you're smelling the flowers of Altergard, and you see this wedding is finally finishing up. And as you are walking down this path with Rhea, an earthquake starts to shake your feet. And you're looking down into the city from a hill high up just before you start the descent back down into the city. You look down and you're looking at the glittering Chianthar as the ground shakes from underneath you. And the Chianthar River runs orange with lava instantaneously, as though someone had transmuted the whole river into lava. You see large fell iron chains come up and latch onto all the posts and the gates around the city. And then you feel these start to shake as cracks go through the city. The smell of sulfur starts to fill the air all around you. And the light that hangs over Elturel flickers for the first time in a lifetime for many people, and for the first time in your lives. The light of the companion, the second son of Elturel, goes dark, and beams of darkness start to shoot around the city, destroying blocks at a time. As this darkness reaches the edge of the city and connects with the chains, almost like a hand reaches up through these chains, and the entirety of Elturel is ripped from this plane. And this cacophonous explosion and this bright flash of light knocks you all over and leaves you blinded for a few minutes. When you come back to where Elturel was, where home and hearth was, is no longer. a crater rests where your home city once stood. Hellriders, what do you do?
Sort of in a state of shock. Rogan, like, still comprehending what he has just witnessed, goes, "My books!
Oh no.
Oh, my books!"
Beldrin's like, is everyone okay? Is everyone all right?
What what madness is this?
All those
And
investments over all that time. Ugh.
and Rhea is just completely shell shocked. She's just standing there, like stammering, looking at how everything she's ever known is gone. And you see floating in the sulfur tinged air. And this is where we'll end for the night. A woven rainbow scarf.
The child.
And so when we pick up, the party will decide whether they head to whether they spend time helping the refugees of Elturel get together and make it to the next city over, which would be Baldur's Gate, or if they make haste on their own to follow this lead that they had found in the ritual site. And so we're so excited to continue this journey with y'all. Please make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Please make sure that you are following this channel. Please make sure that you are subscribed if you can do so. We love you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for the opportunity to do this awesome story. And I love it so much. Anybody, I want to give everyone a chance to pitch anything. So we'll start with Viara. Viara, any pitch, any plug?
You can check me out on my Twitch stream at VRVT.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. Love it. Harmony, anything you want to pitch? Anything you want to plug?
Check out Millennium Games. It's here in Rochester, New York. If you're ever visiting, currently the largest game store in the United States.
Heck yeah. Trev, anything you're pitching right now?
I just wanted to say you can find me on almost any social at Trev Tells Tales, and currently working on my second graphic novel. So stay tuned for that.
And don't forget to pick up your copy of Another Kind.
Another Kind, yeah, of course.
Heck yeah. By Harper Collins?
Yeah, published by HarperCollins. Actually, Harper Alley is the imprint that we are under. So
Harper Alley, heck yeah. Max, any plugs?
I'm just along for the ride, so just plug in how great this was, and it was fun.
Cool, wicked. Again, my name is Molly. You can check me out on the YouTube channel here, All on the Table YouTube, where I am the GM of the Concord Illuminati and Tales of the Concord, where you will also see Trev as the himbo Fenric, who is a part-time warden and part-time bell to summon hordes of zombies, which we love. You will also find me on Saturdays. I am a participant in the Wonderland Complications in Wonderland game that occurs, I think, third Saturdays of each month. So we're very excited to bring that back in October. And please make sure you stick around for all the other awesome content here on All on the Table. All of it's great. Check me out at mollyhitsdifferent.com. And check out the Concord TT on Instagram for all my Concord related stuff and my 5e obsession. So thank you so much for watching tonight. Really appreciate you, and we hope you have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.